Hello and a very good morning. You're watching the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha television with me, Frank Pereira. Here are this morning's headlines. Home Minister to undertake two-day visit of Kashmir Valley to review situation there. Opposition welcomes the move, pushes for all-party delegation to the state. Nationalism is the core identity of the BJP, says Prime Minister at core group meet of parties' state units. Congress says it is an attempt to divert attention. Nitish Kumar appeals to intellectuals to provide alternate narrative. United Nations virtually confirms 6 addresses of Dawood Ibrahim in Pakistan. List of Sanctions Committee amends entry to include 6 of 9 addresses given by India. "22 people killed and lakhs affected in floods in Bihar. Chief Minister meets Prime Minister. 10 more teams of NDRF deployed to the state and Uttar Pradesh. And North Korea fires ballistic missile from submarine, says the US and South Korea. Missile reportedly launched from waters near Sinpo and fell inside Japan's air defense identification zone. Well, let's begin with the latest on the Kashmir crisis. Amid mounting pressure from all quarters to find a quick solution to the Kashmir issue, or political solution, of course, to the growing unrest in Kashmir, Home Minister Rajnath Singh will undertake a 2-day visit to the valley starting today. He will be accompanied by senior officials of the ministry, including Home Secretary Rajiv Mehrishi. The visit is aimed at starting a dialogue with all stakeholders in Kashmir.
Home Minister Rajnath Singh will be on a 2-day visit to the Kashmir Valley beginning today. He is expected to hold talks with different sections of people apart from reviewing the security situation in the valley. The Home Minister has said that the centre wants an emotional relationship with the state and not just need-based. He further added that he will talk to whosoever needed once peace and normalcy is restored. The move comes a day after Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke on the need to find a permanent solution to the Kashmir crisis during his meeting with opposition leaders from the state.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, senior members from the Union Cabinet, the state government, everyone, opposition parties have also been involved in trying to give suggestions to see that things return to normalcy in Jammu and Kashmir. Everyone is keen it should, and I think we all have to work towards it. But I don't think anyone would like to see India's sovereignty, India's security, and other interests being compromised because of Pakistan's involvement in trying to ferment trouble in Jammu and Kashmir.
Chief Minister Mehbooba Mufti also vowed to pursue the agenda of political resolution of the issue.
पॉलिटिकल प्रोसेस में मुझे खुशी है कि वजीर आजम ने ये कहा कि ये हमारे अपने बच्चे हैं, हम डायलॉग करना है, हर चीज का मसले का हल डायलॉग के जरिए। और मैंने पहले भी बोला, जम्मू कश्मीर के लोग बड़े अमन पसंद हैं, वादी कश्मीर के लोग सब अमन पसंद है। ये जरूर है कि सब लोग हल चाहते हैं मसले का, मगर उसमें तोड़ फोड़ पत्थरबाजी के साथ जो लोगों की तादाद है वो बहुत कम है।
Opposition parties welcomed the centre's move, even as they reiterated their demand for sending an all-party delegation to Kashmir.
गृह मंत्री जा रहे हैं, बहुत अच्छी बात है। इनको बार बार जाना चाहिए, प्रयास करना चाहिए, कोशिश करनी चाहिए। लेकिन मैं नहीं समझता हूं कि सिर्फ हम बंदूक का इस्तेमाल करके या लाठी चार्ज करके या टेयर गैस का इस्तेमाल करके या पैलेट गन्स का इस्तेमाल करके ही वहां शांति ला सकते हैं। शांति तो सिर्फ बातचीत से ही होगी।
As a first step, government must send an all-party delegation, then start a political dialogue. We can't delay it anymore. Situation is explosive situation is developing there. So, on war footing, government must start acting. First send a all-party delegation, then start political dialogue, find a political solution.
समस्या राजनीतिक है, राजनीतिक पहल होना चाहिए, और ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट भी कह रहा है। तो मेरी अपील है सरकार से कि वो राजनीतिक पहल करे, उसमें सारे देश उनके पीछे रहेगा।
कश्मीर को आज सिर्फ संवाद की आवश्यकता है, बातचीत की आवश्यकता है। और जिस किसी भी मुल्क में बातचीत खत्म हो जाती है ना, डेमोक्रेसी का कत्ल हो जाता है। कोशिश करें हम अपने यहाँ उसका कत्ल न होने दें।
This will be Rajnath Singh's second visit to Kashmir since the unrest began in the valley after the death of Hizbul commander Burhan Wani. As many as 65 people have been killed and hundreds injured in the clashes so far, forcing a shutdown in the valley for the 46th day in a row. Army Chief General Dalbir Singh, who is on a visit to Kashmir, asked forces to exercise maximum possible restraint while dealing with mobs and uphold human rights. He also appealed to people to give up violence and help restore peace. The Border Security Force, which was deployed in the state after a gap of 12 years, occupied several school buildings in Srinagar to set up their camps. Normal life remains paralyzed with schools and colleges being shut. Mobile internet services also remain suspended in several districts. Restrictions are likely to continue for some more days as separatist leaders extended the agitation call till August 25th. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, India's consistent stand that Dawood Ibrahim is based in Pakistan has got a virtual endorsement from the United Nations. The agency has virtually confirmed 6 addresses of the underworld Dawn in Pakistan. The listing of the UN Security Council's ISIL and Al-Qaeda Sanctions Committee also includes information about Dawood's various passports, including those issued in Pakistan. India, in a dossier, had cited 9 addresses in Pakistan as those frequented by Dawood, of which the UN Security Council's ISIL and Al-Qaeda Sanctions Committee has removed 3, finding those incorrect. The committee, which amended its entry on Tuesday concerning Dawood, a UN-designated terrorist, made no changes with regard to 6 addresses provided by India. The addresses were included in a dossier prepared by India in August last year that had listed 9 residences in Pakistan of the mastermind of the 1993 Mumbai serial blast as evidence to show that he is holed up in Pakistan. Being a UN-designated terrorist, he is subject to assets freeze, travel ban and arms embargo. Dawood is wanted in India for the 1993 serial bomb blasts in Mumbai, in which 257 people were killed and nearly 1,000 injured. He is also accused of masterminding other terror attacks and of money laundering and extortion.
सरकार का, भारत सरकार का, गृह मंत्रालय का ये पहला लक्ष्य है कि दाऊद कहाँ है। अगर उसका हमें इस तरह की जानकारी मिल रही है, इस पर हम जरूर एक्शन लेंगे और इसका हम लाभ लेते हुए जो हमें कठोर कार्रवाई करनी है और हमारी यंत्रणा उस पर एक्टिव हो जाएगी और बिल्कुल उसको लक्ष्य किया जाएगा।
Pakistan, as usual, in the denial mode and will say, no, he's not staying, that UN panel has not confirmed. What other confirmation? When our sources have clearly disclosed that he is residing in Pakistan, UN panel had confirmed through their channel, then now Pakistan, if he is not ready to extradite him, to deport him, Dawood Ibrahim, we should raise our voice in the United Nations Security Council, how Pakistan is deliberately promoting the terrorist act in India.
पहली बार अगर यूएन ने कहा है तो इसका संज्ञान लेने की जरूरत है और पाकिस्तान से खाली भारत ही पूछता रहे, इससे काम नहीं चलेगा। अब यूनाइटेड नेशंस को भी पूछना चाहिए।
Well, in other news now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has asserted that nationalism is the identity of the BJP. He said this while addressing core groups of state BJP units in Delhi. The BJP has been speaking about nationalism against the backdrop of ongoing Kashmir unrest, the row over an amnesty event in Bengaluru in which a case of sedition was registered over alleged raising of pro-Azadi slogans by some Kashmiris, and the JNU controversy. Though the Prime Minister did not make any direct mention of these issues, he noted that nationalism has been the party's identity. A BJP statement quoting him said, "We are continuously working for development, but there are some elements who do not like it. They are trying to divert our and people's attention. We will have to inform the common man that our sole aim is nation building," unquote. Modi also asked party leaders to make conscious efforts to identify with the work for all sections of the society and asserted that his government was dedicated to the welfare of the poor. The opposition parties took a dig at the Prime Minister's statement, saying that he has shifted the goalpost as he was elected not because of nationalism but for the promises made to people that he has failed to fulfill. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar called upon intellectuals to stand up and fight against the climate of intolerance in the country.
पंडित दीनदयाल उपाध्याय जी ने राष्ट्रीय विचारधारा के तहत जो अंत्योदय का विचार रखा था, उस अंत्योदय के विचार को इस कोर ग्रुप के सभी सदस्य और भारतीय जनता पार्टी आम तौर पर और भारत सरकार और हमारे प्रदेश सरकारों ने गरीब कल्याण के विचार के साथ, कार्यक्रमों के साथ देश भर में बढ़ाने का उन्होंने ऐलान किया।
जो बुद्धिजीवी हैं, विद्वज्जन हैं, साहित्यकार हैं, पत्रकार हैं, लेखक हैं, इन सबों की बहुत बड़ी भूमिका है। कोई मामूली बात नहीं है, आपको तो एक विकल्प की धारा खड़ा करनी होगी। आज जो परिस्थिति उत्पन्न की गई है, उसमें तो विकल्प की धारा आपको खड़ा करनी पड़ेगी।
Well, President Pranab Mukherjee has said that despite 46 years of bank nationalization, institutional credit is yet to reach the unorganized rural sector fully. Speaking at the first-year anniversary celebrations of Bandhan Bank in Kolkata, Mukherjee cautioned the Indian banking sector against inadequate or low credit facilitation to rural sector. He said that after the Narsimhan Committee report was submitted to the government when he was in charge of the banking department in 1975, less than 25% of the rural people had access to institutional credit. However, Mukherjee appreciated the microfinance approach of the Bandhan Bank. He also expressed confidence that the new RBI Governor Urjit Patel and the Finance Minister would deftly guide India's economy. Earlier, speaking at another event, Mukherjee said that the Look East and Act East policies of the government would open new markets for Myanmar and ASEAN for entrepreneurs from India's eastern region.
The government of India, as indeed the concerned states' governments, are leaving no stones unturned to achieve industrialization and enhance agricultural productivity in this region. The Look East policy of the government, which has opened new doors of opportunities for entrepreneurs. Now we are to act east so that we can take full advantage of the aspirations.
Well, Gujarat became the sixth state to ratify the Constitution Amendment Bill on Goods and Services Tax. The bill was passed by the Assembly on the last day of the monsoon session in the absence of Congress legislators who were suspended for creating ruckus before it was tabled for discussion and voting. Earlier, Assam, Jharkhand, Bihar, Himachal Pradesh and Chhattisgarh became the first 5 states to pass the bill. Some more states are about to convene a special session to approve the 122nd Constitutional Amendment Bill. Madhya Pradesh State Assembly will hold a special session today to ratify the GST. The Uttar Pradesh legislature is likely to give its assent to the bill. While today is the third of Delhi's ongoing 4-day special assembly session, it is likely to table the bill for discussion and approval of the House. On the other hand, Odisha Legislative Assembly will conduct a special session on September 1st for ratification of the GST. Earlier, it was approved by the cabinet chaired over by Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik. The deadline for the rollout of the GST is April 1st, 2017. It's time for a short break now, but news and updates will continue on the other side. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Gyan Chopper is the ancient version of Indian snakes and ladders. This intriguing game was popular among the old, the young, and the rulers as well. The chopper has its origin in the Jain philosophy. It tells the story of virtue, symbolized by the ladders, rewarded, while the vices shown by the snakes are punished. Each square, in turn, also narrates a message of wisdom.
Welcome back. You're watching Rajya Sabha television. Well, after incessant rainfall and flood in Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, both states have appealed to the centre for assistance. Now, Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar met Prime Minister Narendra Modi as the flood situation in his state worsened. The centre has rushed 10 more teams of the NDRF to carry out rescue and relief work in Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. 22 people have been killed and 23.71 lakh people affected in the floods in Bihar so far. The rivers like Ganga, Son, Punpun, Burhi, Gandak, Ghagra and Kosi are flowing above the danger mark.
ये सड़क बहुत महत्वपूर्ण ही सड़क है बिहार और यूपी के जोड़ने वाली गाजीपुर से हाजीपुर NH-19। इस पर समस्या है कि परसों शाम से ही पानी ऊपर चढ़ना स्टार्ट हो गया है। अभी कहीं कहीं 10 से 12 फुट भी पानी है मेन रोड पे। जनजीवन पूरा अस्त व्यस्त है, कई मकान गिर चुके हैं, कई गिरने की स्थिति में है।
दुकानदार ही लोग हैं जो अपना प्राइवेट नाव वगैरह बुलवा के अपना जो कार्य बचाव कर रहे हैं, जहां तक उनकी कोशिश हो बचाने की, नहीं बाकी प्रशासन की तरफ से कोई भी व्यवस्था नहीं।
Numerous calls for help, several villages submerged and lakhs affected by nature's fury. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar on Tuesday met Prime Minister Narendra Modi seeking the centre's help with immediate effect. Nitish Kumar sought desilting of the Ganga in order to avoid the annual occurrence of floods in Bihar.
मिलकर बाढ़ की स्थिति के बारे में पूरी जानकारी तो दी है, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ यह स्थिति जो उत्पन्न हो रही है उसका जो कारण है, इसके बारे में हम पिछले कुछ वर्षों से लगातार केंद्र सरकार के सामने अपनी बात रखते रहे। तो गंगा नदी पर जो फरक्का बराज बना, तो उस फरक्का बराज के बनने के बाद सिल्ट डिपॉजिट होता चला जा रहा उसके अपस्ट्रीम में, और वो आप समझ लीजिए कि अब वो पटना तक उसका कैस्केडिंग इम्पैक्ट हो चुका है।
लेकिन स्थिति बहुत भयानक है और मैं पूरी तौर से प्रदेश सरकार के व्यवस्था से बिल्कुल नाखुश हूं, असंतुष्ट हूं।
Prime Minister Modi has offered quick assistance, including the creation of a national silt management policy. A team of experts will visit to analyze the unprecedented situation in the eastern parts of Bihar. In the worst affected areas of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, over 5,000 people have been rescued so far. National disaster relief teams have built makeshift bridges and used boats to help people reach safer areas.
There are two states, UP and Bihar, which continue to face flood-related problems. In Bihar, we are going to pump in 5 NDRF teams from Punjab. They'll be airlifted and will be reaching Patna in any time in the afternoon, and they will be deployed in the Dera Kshetra of Bihar, particularly in areas like Vaishali, Punpun and all that, where the evacuations have started taking place.
साढ़ी, लसड़ा, खप्तियाकला, चिल्ला, ये 4 गांवों में पानी की स्थिति बताई जा रही है, जिसको हम लोगों ने आज वो भी किया है, निरीक्षण भी किया है। इन 4 गांवों में सभी लोकेशंस पे एनडीआरएफ की टीम और फ्लड पीएसी की टीम भेजी गई है। वो लोग अपना रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन चला रहे हैं। तो इस समय यमुना अपने खतरे के निशान 100 मीटर से 101.5 के आसपास इस समय बह रही है।
Meanwhile, distressed after getting no help from the authorities, local residents have started voluntary work by distributing relief and food items. Excessive monsoon rains this year have affected northern states, causing a ferocious rise in water levels of major rivers. The 6 rivers, including Ganga, are flowing above danger mark in Patna, Bhagalpur, Khagaria, Katihar, Siwan, Bhojpur and Buxar districts of Bihar. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, moving on to our top international focus now. North Korea test-fired a submarine-launched ballistic missile today, days after threatening a nuclear strike in retaliation at the start of the large-scale South Korea-US military exercises. In a brief statement, South Korea said that the missile was launched from a submarine in the East Sea at around 2:20 a.m. India time. The launch came amid escalating cross-border tensions and just days after South Korea and the United States kicked off their annual Ulchi Freedom military drill, which North Korea views as provocative. Meanwhile, Japan has said that the latest missile launch is unforgivable as it poses a grave threat to Japan's security. Here's a roundup of the other international news in World Wrap. Indian origin philanthropist Shirley Rodrigues has been appointed as London Mayor Sadiq Khan's deputy for environment and energy. Rodrigues has become the second deputy mayor of Indian origin to join Sadiq Khan's team after Indore-born Rajesh Agarwal was appointed as a deputy mayor for business. Born in Kenya, Rodrigues traces her family roots to Goa. In a brief statement issued on Tuesday, the Nigerian government has claimed killing of at least 300 Boko Haram militants, including their top leader, in airstrikes on Friday. While the military has claimed to have killed the Boko Haram leader in the past as well, there has been no reaction from Boko Haram, which communicates with the media only by videos. US President Barack Obama toured flood-ravaged Louisiana on Tuesday amid criticism that his administration has been slow to respond to the crisis. Obama interrupted his vacation to fly to Baton Rouge and declared a national state of emergency in the area. The deadly floods, which began on 11th August, have killed at least 13 people and have left more than 2,800 people in shelters. Well, moving on to some sports news now. Olympic bronze medalist Sakshi Malik arrived in Delhi early today after scripting history at the Rio Olympics last week. The wrestler's flight landed at the Indira Gandhi International Airport in Delhi. Sakshi Malik was accompanied by Haryana's Sports and Youth Affairs Minister Anil Vij on her flight back home. As many as 5 BJP ministers from Haryana, including Kavita Jain, Rao Narbir Singh, Manish Grover and Vipul Goyal, Director of Sports and Youth Affairs Department of Haryana, were present to welcome Sakshi Malik. The wrestler will also be felicitated with a cash prize of 2.5 crore rupees by Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar for her achievement. The felicitation ceremony will be held in her village in Rohtak, where Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar will meet the wrestler and congratulate her on her victory. The ceremony is expected to see a footfall of roughly 30,000 people.
बहुत बहुत थैंक यू करना चाहती हूँ पूरे हिंदुस्तान ने मेरा साथ दिया तो मैं सबको बहुत बहुत थैंक यू इतना सपोर्ट किया उन्होंने और इतना वार्म वेलकम किया तो सबको बहुत
Well, marathon runner O.P. Jaisha strongly refuted allegations by the Athletics Federation of India that she refused energy drinks during her marathon at the Rio Olympics. She demanded a probe into the issue. Jaisha had on Monday alleged that the Indian officials did not arrange for refreshments during the marathon event, following which she fainted at the finish line. The Sports Ministry has now constituted a 2-member committee to probe the allegations.
The controversy surrounding athlete O.P. Jaisha deepened on Tuesday, with the Athletics Federation of India denying her allegations. The marathon runner had claimed that Indian officials did not arrange for water and energy drinks during her race in the Rio Olympics. The AFI, however, said that it was the athlete and her coach who refused to have the energy drinks during the race.
The Ministry has constituted a 2-member committee to inquire into the matter. So once all the facts are there, only then we can come to a conclusion. As of now, we are fully aware of what the athlete has stated in her interactions with some sections of the media, but we have asked her for an official written statement.
Ask the coaches that whether they need any refreshments at the refreshment table. They said they don't have the habit of having these refreshments at the refreshment table, and never on the earlier races also she has used such refreshments. In Beijing World Championship she never used. She was 18th there in Beijing. The problem was I think because Jaisha fell unconscious at the marathon. She was little upset because she fell unconscious and she could not do as expected at the marathon. Probably that must be one of the reasons why she has thrown this blame.
Jaisha, who collapsed at the finish line after completing the marathon and had to be rushed to a hospital, has strongly refuted the AFI allegation.
इतना बड़ा झूठ बोल के मेरा स्पोर्ट्स का करियर में इतना साल हो गया मैं स्पोर्ट्स कर रही हूँ एक इवेंट नहीं मैं 1500 मीटर से होकर 42 किलोमीटर मैराथन तक भागती हूँ मैं आज तक कोई कंप्लेन नहीं किया ना फेडरेशन के लिए अभी भी ये लास्ट मूवमेंट तक मैं किसी को एक भी कंप्लेन नहीं किया मैं मेरे लिए ऐसा हो गया कोई कंप्लेन नहीं किया बट अभी मैं ऐसा बोला तो मैं इतना सीरियस था सब लोग उधर में बोल रहे ये सब कुछ नाटक था ये नाटक नहीं था.
Jai Shah's fellow runner Kavita Raut, who also participated in the women's marathon, however, came to the defense of the AFI, saying that she was provided with all the facilities.
मेरे को तो जो पानी का बात चल रहा है कि पानी नहीं मिला है, पर मेरे को पूछा गया था क्योंकि मैं हर असेंबली में जाती थी और 9 o'clock डेली असेंबली वहाँ पे होती थी, एथलेटिक्स फेडरेशन वाले असेंबली लेती थी। पर जो जैशा का इशू है कि जैशा को नहीं पता था क्योंकि उन लोगों को असेंबली में नहीं कोच लेके नहीं आता था उनको, इसीलिए शायद उसको पता नहीं होगा।
Jai Shah finished 89th in Rio Olympics women's marathon event. She blamed the Indian officials for her below-par performance. Whatever the truth may be, the controversy has raised questions about the state of sports in India that many experts say has been neglected for far too long. India sent its largest ever Olympic contingent of 119 sportspersons to Rio with just 2 medals, a silver and a bronze, after 2 weeks of participation. The disappointing performance comes after a relatively better show at the London Olympics 4 years ago when India won 6 medals.
जो हमारी सुविधाएं हैं, जो हमारा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है, उसको क्या हम उन बच्चों को दे पा रहे हैं, क्या हम उनका नरिशमेंट अच्छा कर रहे हैं, ये सब बातें ऐसी हैं जो बड़ी प्रश्न चिन्ह लगाती हैं, आज भी लगा रही हैं। कई साल हो गए इन बातों को, और मैं समझता हूं कि इन बातों को अब दूर करने के हमको एकदम से ड्रास्टिक स्टेप लेने की जरूरत है।
Lack of infrastructure, government apathy towards sports and an obsession with cricket has been blamed for the poor performance of sportspersons. Experts urge the government to provide help to some of the successful academies being run privately by former players like Pulela Gopichand, whose efforts have brought laurels to the country.
Government can pay the bills of his electricity and all. So this way you can help more. You can have a medical doctors team there, sports doctors team to look after, because he has got an academy where so many medalists are coming.
Ever since the modern Olympics began in 1896, India has won a total of 28 medals. Only one is an individual gold that was won by shooter Abhinav Bindra back in 2008 in Beijing. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, that's it on this edition of the Breakfast News. Have a good day.